If you are in the neighborhood, you can visit a lake of Tribal. It's an artificial lake. Depth is only 4 meters. And you can take a swim here or do the fishing. In our tour through history and old castles, I would also like to tell you something about my country. And today I decided to tell you something about education in Croatia. Let's start with kindergarten. In Croatia, you can enroll your child in kindergarten when he's older than 1 year. But there are also 2 exceptions, like in the capital city, in Zagreb, and in my hometown, in Rijeka, you can also send a baby into the kindergarten when he's older than 6 months. And the kids stay in kindergarten until they are 6.5 or 7 years old. After that, they go to elementary school. Elementary schools have 8 grades. So from 1st to 4th grade, they learn about Croatian language. They learn how to write and how to spell. But they also have math. They get the first foreign language, which in the most schools is English, but also can be German or even Italian. They get a basic education of computer science and also art, music and sport classes. Then in 5th grade, they get geographic and history. In 7th grade, they get chemistry, physics and biology. After elementary school, they can choose to go to high school, but it's not mandatory. So we have different kinds of high schools. We have gymnasium, where they get, common knowledge or general education. And then we also have high schools like business high school or medical school or art school or maritime school, etc. And after graduation, they can choose to go to college or just try to find a job. So, where are we today? We are here near the remains of Castle Grižane. And on this map, you can see how did it look like. It had 3 towers and it was built on the rock. And here you can see the remains of once mighty and very important castle of Grižane, mentioned for the first time in 13th century, ruled by Dukes Frankopans until 16th century, and then from 16th century until 17th century by the Dukes Zrinski. The castle was also very bad damaged in 14th century by the earthquake, and then in 18th century was already abandoned. Unfortunately, the castle slowly perished over time. And from here you can see Crikvenica, today a modern tourist destination, but once, back in 13th century, Crikvenica was just a small port of Castle Grižane. St. Martin's Church with a bell tower built in medieval with a sign on Glagolitic letters from 15th century. I'm so tempted to ring the bell. Clong, clong, clong. Do you know what this is or what it could be? There is a drinking water, and here the women used to come to wash their clothes and sheets, but they also used to bring water to their homes, and it was a hard work because they used to come here several times a day because they needed a lot of water for the families and for also cows and sheep. So hard work for brave women.